Hello students, I am Nalge ma'am from Shri Shivaji Vidya Mandir, Aund, Pune. Welcome to our biology class. Today we will learn the human heart, external structure, internal structure and conducting system of heart. Today we will learn. So you can see this is the heart, this is the model of our human heart. You can see this is the human heart. Basic thing about this heart, we know that this is the organ, that is a main organ of our circulatory system. So you can see here has a reddish brown color. It is a hollow and it is a mainly muscular organ, and it has a size about our one fist. One fist means in Marathi एक मुठ्ठी सारखा. One more thing about this heart, this is in male and female there is a slightly difference in a weightage. That is, in male there is about 300 gram of heart is present, and in the female there is a 250 gram of heart is present. That there is a slightly difference in weightage, and this heart will present in both the lungs. In between the lungs heart will present, and it is slightly tilted towards the left side. Now we will see the exactly structure of the heart. You can observe this. This is the heart. Now we will study properly. You can see upper side will have a bluish color, lower side will have a reddish color. That blue color represents the impure blood and this red color will represents the pure blood. So upper cavity will be auricles. These both are auricles, or this auricles is called as a atria. We will call it also auricle and atria both, and this lower side will be a ventricles. It will be a right auricle or a right atrium. It will be a left auricle or a left atrium. Here right ventricle and here left ventricle. Auricles will be present at the superior side and ventricle will be present at the inferior side. Superior means pre side and inferior means post side. And this both auricles, that means this right auricle and left auricle will get separated by a interauricular septum, and these both ventricles, that is right ventricle and left ventricle, will separated by the interventricular septum. And when these both auricles and ventricles get separated by a aureoventricular aperture, this will be present in between both auricle and ventricle. Main difference of auricle and ventricle will be this auricle will be thin walled but ventricle will be thick walled. There is always one question in a board. This is the important question. Why ventricle is always thick walled? Reason behind this: when blood will enter into the ventricle, it will come from the auricle. Auricle forwards the blood into ventricles, but this ventricle will forward to the blood pulmonary artery. This ventricle will didn't allow the blood to go backward to the auricles. That's why it will have a thick wall to prevent the blood flow backward. Now, when this blood comes into this right auricle or a right atria, at that time this right auricle will passes the blood to the right ventricle, and when in left auricle blood comes, at that time this left auricle passes the blood to the left ventricle. This is the function of the auricle. That is, this auricle will collect the blood from the different part of a body. So it is called as a receiving chamber because it receives the blood from all part bodies. But ventricle will have a different function. That is, this right ventricle will passes the blood to the this pulmonary artery, like that. When blood will come into the right ventricle, at that time this will pass through the pulmonary artery, and when blood will come into the left ventricle, at that time this left ventricle will pass the blood to the aorta. So this is the aorta and this is the pulmonary artery. And here you can see there is the one layer, it is called as a semiannular valve. Why it is semiannular valve? That is, when ventricles passes the blood to the pulmonary artery and aorta, at that time this semiannular valve prevents the backflow of a blood into the ventricle. So this semiannular valve is present at the end of the aorta and pulmonary artery. That's why these ventricles called as a distributing chamber, because it supplies the blood to the all over body of our part. Now this is the right auricle or a right atrium and this is the right ventricle. So this right auricle will receive the blood from the superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. So this is the, you can see this is the superior vena cava. Here is the superior vena cava and it is also called as a precaval, and this is the post caval, it is also called as a inferior vena cava, and this will be a pre and post caval, superior and inferior, and will be the coronary sinus. From this right auricle will receive the blood, and this right ventricle will receive the blood from this right auricle. This right auricle directly opens into the right ventricle, but this right ventricle will open into the pulmonary artery. In right auricle you can see there is a two openings, and these two openings will, these bluish openings, this will be a coronary sinus. Now we will see the left atrium or a left auricle and left ventricle. So you can see in a left auricle there will be a 4 dots or a 4 openings. Here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and these 4 openings are called as a pulmonary veins. So it will be a, this red color, 2 red color will be a pulmonary veins and another 2 will be here, this one and this one 1, 2, 3, 4 will be a pulmonary veins. And these 4 pulmonary veins will open into the left auricle or left atrium, and this left atrium directly opens into the left ventricle. That is, this left ventricle will receive the blood from the left auricle, and this left ventricle opens into the directly aorta, like this. From ventricle will blood goes into the directly on the aorta. So we already know this is the right auricle or right atrium, and this is the right ventricle. So in this right auricle and right ventricle will have a 3 layers. You can see this is the 1, 2, 3. This is the 3 layers will called as a tricuspid valve. That means there are 3 valves are present in the right auricle and right ventricle, and in the left auricle and left ventricle will have a bicuspid valve. That means 2 valves present in the left auricle and left ventricle. There is a one question always asked in a board exam, that is what is called as a bicuspid valve. So it is also called as a mitral valve. It is also called as a mitral valve. I repeat, it is a important question always asked in a board exam, that is what is the bicuspid valve, or what is the another name for a bicuspid valve, or what is also called as a bicuspid valve. So another name for the bicuspid valve will be mitral valve. It is a mitral valve. Mark it as a important. So I have already told that this is the pre-canal and this is the post-canal. Pre-canal means a superior vena cava, and this is the post-canal means the inferior vena cava. And this will be a coronary sinus. So this opening of a post-caval, that is a inferior vena cava, it is guarded by a Eustachian valve. It will be a present, and the opening of the coronary sinus, will be guarded by a Thebesian valve. We already know that our heart is continuously beating, so it is called as a heartbeat. And I have already told that heart is our main organ of our circulatory system. That's why this heart will have a main function, that is a pumping action. So it is continuously pumping, and it will get a rhythmic contraction and relaxation of the cardiac muscle. We already know in heart there is a cardiac muscles are present, or it is also called as a heart muscles. When this heart muscle get contract, at that time it will called as a systole, and when this heart get relaxed, at that time it is called as a diastole. In a 1 minute, heart will get beat about 70 to 72 times, and this will called as a heart rate. And during each heartbeat, ventricles will pump about 70 ml of blood, and this will called as a stroke volume. That means per minute in our heart 5 liter blood get pumps, and this will called as a cardiac output. Now we will see the conducting system of the heart. Now we already know this is the right atrium We already know this is the right atrium, and in the right atrium there will be, here starting at the right atrium, here there will be a SA node. It is also called as a sinoatrial node. This sinoatrial, that means SA node, is the origin of the impulse. That means when heart will get started beating, at that time there is a need of a impulse, and this is the location of the, that means this is the origin of the impulse, and origin of impulse is the sinoatrial node, that is a SA node. From this SA node impulse gets started, and it will further pass to the AV node. AV means atrioventricular node. This atrioventricular node is also called as a AV node. Below the SA node there will be a AV node will be present, and this AV node will pass the impulses to the bundle of His, and this bundle of His will present here only, right bundle of His and left bundle of His, and this right and left bundle of His again provided these impulses, that means passes these impulses to the Purkinje fibers. This Purkinje fiber will present here only, that is outer side of the ventricle and auricles. This SA node is called as a, or it is a act as a pacemaker of the heart. Why it is called as a pacemaker of heart? Because it has a capability to generate the new impulses and forwards to the AV node, and this AV node will act as a pace setter of the heart, because further it will get passed to the bundle of His, and these Purkinje fibers will pass to these waves or these impulses to the all over body. This right auricle will receive the deoxygenated blood. That's why it has a blue color or light blue color, that means impure blood, and this left atrium or left auricle will receive the oxygenated blood, so it is called as a reddish color. When these auricles get contracted, at that time blood pump into ventricles, and this ventricle get contracts, at that time this right ventricle will pump oxygenated blood and left ventricle will pump the deoxygenated blood. So today we have seen the heart, basic characters of the heart, external structure and internal structure of the heart, and the conducting mechanism of the heart.